guide that I wish I had when I decided to become a UX writer. Hi friends, I'm Supriya Kasar and welcome to All About UX Writing. I came up with this guide based on my journey of becoming a UX writer. So there are different UX writing courses and bootcamps out there. If you wish, you can take those. However, I didn't do any of that because I learned on my own by reading, practicing, and watching free videos like this. There is no right or wrong way of learning. Go with anything that works for you. First step is know why you want to be a UX writer. Don't rush into UX writing just because it's trending or in high demand or it's a high paid job. Think through why you want to be a UX writer. What is that one thing that attracts you in UX writing? It's very important that when you are starting with something, you should know the goal, why you are starting with it. In this case, ask yourself why you want to be a UX writer, and when you get the answer, move on to the next step. Next step is know what is this profession. Try to understand what UX writing is all about, what UX writers actually do, why do companies hire them, and how they solve users' problems. As a UX writer, you collaborate with different stakeholders like product managers, product designers, developers, and user researchers. You write the content, you also create the user personas, user flows, design the user journey along with the product designers. Then you design the tasks for usability testing. So you are responsible for this end-to-end process. The exciting part comes up when the product is launched. You get to see how your content is creating an impact on users, how it is making their lives easier, and what impact it is creating on the business. Next step is know these things before entering UX writing. First of all, you need to know the difference between content writing and UX writing. Then you also should know what is the difference between UI and UX, what are UX design principles, UX writing principles, design thinking process and all. Understand why you need to know this, because in a product, content and design both play a crucial part. So as a UX writer, you also should have a basic understanding of UX design, because neither content nor design alone can create experience. They both collaboratively together create great experiences. Next step is understand the UX writing process. Many UX professionals don't know the right UX writing process, and the result is user experience suffers. Start by understanding the design thinking process, which goes like this: empathize, ideate, prototype, and test. You empathize with users to understand their problems by either directly talking to them or doing user research and competitive analysis. Then ideate or brainstorm with the design team on probable solution to the user's problems, and then choose the best possible solution. Work on the solution through the strategic language, write content for all the use cases, and test it with the users. I have also made a detailed video on each stage of UX writing. I will include the video link in the description box so that you won't miss anything. Next step is develop a UX mindset. As a UX writer, it is very important that you are in the right mindset. Always remember, you are not the user, and so don't assume what users want or what would they do. Always study your users so that you can write the content that resonates with them, and it is based on the facts and rather than assumptions. For that, you need to develop a UX mindset, wherein whatever you write, you always put yourself in user's shoes. Next important step is refine your skills. Most importantly, communication skills. Because as UX writers, you not only write the content, but also you have to explain the rationale behind your content decisions to other stakeholders. Next is collaboration skills. As we discussed, you have to work with different stakeholders like product managers, product designers, user researchers, then developers. So it is very important that you have those collaboration skills. Know those people whom you are going to work with. Understand their roles, understand their work, respect their work, and be open to the feedback. Another important skill is empathy. You are writing for users, so it is very important that you empathize with them and you think from users' perspective. Next is product thinking, which means thinking in users' problems. A product has value because it can solve users' problems. If those problems are removed altogether, the product and its design has no value. So understanding what makes a product successful will help you become a better UX writer. Next is presentation skills. It is very important that as a UX writer, you can present your content effectively and explain the rationale behind your content decisions. Develop storytelling skills to present your content. Next is workshop delivery skills. Yes, it is very important because even today there are many design teams in many organizations who are not aware of UX writing. So as UX writer, you should have this skill so that you can conduct a workshop to make them understand what is UX writing, what is a UX writer's role, and why you are hired and what impact that you creates. Also, you need to facilitate brainstorming or UX workshops to make sure the team is working towards the same goal. And an important skill is critical thinking. It is very important that you think rationally and logically while creating the content. Next is crafting content. Remember, you are a content designer, so you will be working on the design tools along with the designers. So it is very important that you know and learn these design tools, which are at least commonly used like Figma, Sketch, Invision, etc. Also learn the basics of wireframing and prototyping, as these skills are good to have for a UX writer. UX writing basics: grammar, localization, typography, content hierarchy, voice and tone, right usage of terminologies on design components, etc. You should know all these things to write an impactful and useful microcopy. After all, you are a writer and you need to be good at these things, as these are the foundation or basics of UX writing. Create case studies. As a UX writer, it is very important that you create case studies to showcase your skills, your approach, and your thought process. Organize your case study properly, starting from the problem statement, user research findings, the challenges that you faced, how you approached the problem, what steps you took while creating the content, what is the rationale behind the content decisions, user impact and business impact. And the last step is put yourself out there. Get more exposure on professional front by connecting with like-minded professionals, joining UX communities, or attending UX events, etc. This will help you know people and learn from their experiences. I also recommend you to post your learnings on LinkedIn, where you get visibility and recruiters and companies may see you. This increases your chances to get recommended for jobs or projects by your connections. Take mentoring from industry experts and take their feedback on your CV, portfolio, or case studies. Based on all the feedback, improve your skills and continue learning. Now that you have built case studies, portfolio, and connected with the industry professionals, you are ready to apply for a job. Even if there are jobs that require 2 to 3 years of experiences, apply for those jobs and give yourself a chance to be interviewed and present your case studies confidently. Show the interviewers that you are ready as a UX writer, and if you are able to convince them with your knowledge and skills, you may get hired. Even if you are not interested in certain companies, keep giving interviews because you will learn from each interview and you will be prepared for the interview in your dream company. Know your role. A UX writer shouldn't be expected to write marketing copy like blogs, articles, or newsletters. If a company is expecting from you to write the marketing copy as well as the product copy, it's a red flag. Understand, it may affect your growth as a UX writer. Unless you are interested in doing both, it's up to you. So here are my other videos that could help you to get started in UX writing. I have explained the right UX writing process in approx 10 minutes. I have shared my journey of becoming a UX writer without taking any course or degree. I have also shared how you can improve your UX writing skills and how to introduce yourself in an interview as a UX writer. If you find these videos helpful, do subscribe to my channel. Thanks for joining me today. See you again with another interesting video. Till then, bye-bye. Happy writing!